Patrick Sandoval pitches for the Angels in Anaheim, kind enough to be with us today on High Heat. Patrick, thanks for taking the time to be with us. Before we get into this upcoming series, I want you to take me back to the WBC. I loved your stuff, I loved your poise, and I love seeing you out there on the mound. What was the biggest takeaway for you from the World Baseball Classic?
Oh, well, thank you. Just the atmosphere and the intensity of all the games out there. That was like the biggest takeaway for me. It was a lot of fun to be out there performing in front of, tons of people, a packed stadium, and people that are, cheering for their countries. It was really cool.
You showed me something when you were there. I mentioned I loved this stuff, but it was the poise and the professionalism and just your ability to command the strike zone and just seem like you were in complete control. Did it feel that way to you internally, like it felt to us watching you?
Yeah, I definitely felt like I, found a new kind of level of concentration during that tournament, and in the bullpen against Team USA, like all the pregame festivities was honestly kind of surreal, and to be able to kind of lock myself back in the bullpen and like feel really good going out there, that was something pretty big for me to take away.
How strange is it to strike out your teammate in Mike Trout? I know you joke that you were going to do the glove flip if you struck him out. You did strike him out, but you didn't do the glove flip. What was that at-bat like for you?
Oh, man, it was fun. Having him in the box, you got to have your best stuff, and that's kind of the epitome of this game is one-on-one, and it's, your best stuff against the best player in the world. So it's a lot of fun. It was a great experience.
You mentioned the best player in the world, Patrick, and it's interesting, too, because this is such a huge series, not just because you guys are trying to, make your way in that AL West and prove that you belong in the postseason, but you have some heavy hitters going up against one another. Of course, your teammates in Shohei, Ohtani, as well as Mike Trout, but you also have a guy by the name of Aaron Judge on the other side. Take yourself away as a player. As a fan, can you appreciate a series like this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think like we talk about this a lot in the clubhouse is we get to see Mike and Shohei work every single day. And I guess we kind of take it for granted because we see it every day. It's kind of normal for us. But yeah, we always talk about like once we step away and we're, 10, 20 years from now, we look back like, wow, we got to witness something pretty insane, like firsthand. So yeah, this series is going to be really cool.
Okay, you were able to face, obviously, Team USA as a member of Team Mexico. You also faced the Japan lineup. What was the difference overall between those two? Was there one that was harder than the other? Because you have MVPs and all-stars and obviously guys that know what the heck they're doing in the box.
Yeah, I don't know. The Team USA lineup, I feel like, had a lot more like heavy hitters and guys that had a ton of power. And that Japan lineup was very disciplined and had guys that were just going to put the ball in play. And then also, obviously, they had Shohei and Yoshida and all those guys. But I think those are the big differences I think Japan, they swung a little bit more and tried to put the ball in play. And Team USA was a bit more patient and, waited for their pitches.
All right, let's brag about you a little bit. I'm not going to go into the stats specifically because I know players hate to hear their stats. However, you are off to a very strong start in 2023. What has impressed you the most about the way that you've been able to handle it?
I don't know. It's kind of early right now. I'm kind of just looking forward to this next one against the Yankees and trying to give our team the best shot at winning. So haven't taken too much time to reflect on, my last three. Just kind of trying to move forward.
Do you feel a certain way, though? Like you go from the bullpen, you're warming up in the bullpen, you come out to the mound, and does your body feel like it's more in sync mechanically? I mean, is there a certain feeling that things are going well?
I think I just feel a little bit more comfortable, each outing, getting out there and, knowing that, this is my workspace and I feel a lot more comfortable than I did, let's say 2, maybe 3 years from now or 3 years ago. But right now, I think that's the biggest thing is just being comfortable out there.
All right, Patrick Sandoval, really impressive start so far to 2023. As I mentioned, really enjoyed watching you in the World Baseball Classic. Thanks for taking the time to be with us today from Yankee Stadium. Best of luck in the series.
Thank you for having me.